Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Tell me, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your
Oh,
mind?
say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind? Hey,
Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me.
What's your talking say? You ready to go, Jen? Yes. You was cutting up on that one, girl.
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Tell me, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your
Oh,
mind?
say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind? Hey.
You know you love me. Happy hump day to you. Mic check 1 2 2 1 1 1 2 2 1. How y'all doing? I hope y'all doing good. I hope you've had yourself a great Wednesday. It's hump day already. You almost Friday, baby. Let me hold $20 now. Okay, all right. Listen. Welcome back to the Beyond the Gates Unlocked here on the So What You Think channel. I want to take a moment to thank you all who always come back over here to listen to me live, because I'm over here live, you over here live, and I don't take that for granted that you guys come over here to hang out with me every day. You could be doing something else. Hopefully y'all cooking or washing or cleaning or chilling or laying down, sipping you a little something, having yourself a good time, coming over to hang out with your Gatekeeper Gang family, honey. So I hope y'all are doing good. I hope this day is great. When you get to work tomorrow, it's going to be Thursday, which means you ain't got to do it but one more time to the weekend, child. And won't it do it? Okay. If you want to be official over here, if you want to be down with the Gatekeeper Gang, all you got to do is comment down there. Little hard, little high, little whatever. Just let us know. This is my first time coming because I haven't played the little fanfare for nobody in a while. I thought we had somebody new yesterday, but they didn't say they was, so I couldn't play it for them, So, but everybody that's over here has gotten their official fanfare. Welcome into the Gatekeeper Gang, because we're serious about that now. We call ourselves the Gatekeepers because we like to gossip about these doggone Duprees like they real, even though we know they not. We like to argue about them too, but we know they not real. So don't come over here if you're new talking about they be acting like they real. That's what we supposed to do. We relieving pressure. We over here gossiping about make-believe people, because that's what we ain't hurting nobody. Okay, we just talking about these doggone Duprees. And I prefer it that way. I do. I want to be gossiping about people for real, for real. Discussing, maybe. But not gossiping. We don't want to gossip in real life. But you can have yourself a side discussion. Okay. All right, y'all. Listen, we want the channel to grow, so please make sure that you have subscribed to the channel and hit the like button for us, because we're so serious about the like button over here that we have our own officer of the like button, Miss Belinda Hill. She will bust up in here and tell you.
Hey, you, hit the like button.
And she said what she meant, and she meant what she said when she tell y'all to hit that like button. So please do so. I done hit it on 2 devices myself. So if I done did 2, I know you can do 1. All right. Now we have some wonderful mods. Say hello to the mods and to Tony Lynn, our official greeter over here, who we haven't seen in a few days. Tony Lynn, where you at? If you listening later, you type down there and say something. Send up a smoke signal. Somebody let us know you all right. These people acting a fool out here in these streets and stuff, so we just need to know you all right. Okay. If you have a feeling and you want to give a super sticker or super chat to highlight your comment or to send some appreciation to the channel, feel free to do so by way of a super sticker or super chat. And child, if you don't have your membership yet, which we're going to have some membership stuff this weekend, then please make sure that you have subscribed to the membership. It's a one-time way per month also to support the channel in a small but a very big way. I think the membership is $4.99. It's $4.99. Now, if you should give $5 and you want your penny back, let me know and I'll try to get it to you. Oh Lord, that's right. They ain't printing pennies no more. So I'm gonna have to keep it. If you send $5 and it's $4.99, I'm just going to keep it. I'm sorry, but it wasn't me. That's what these people done did, done outlawed the penny. Like that as good as the penny done been to us. All right, with that, let me get down here in these comment section and see which one of my superstars is down here typing in the comments.
Who's that typing in the comments?
Well, I'll tell you who's typing in the comments. Let me just scroll up to the 4-5 people that's in here so far. Miss Lil was first. Miss Lil said, "Good evening, Miss Jen, gatekeepers and the moms." Miss Lil has one of those very strong Maya Angelou-ish type voices. Very, very stern, but with a little love in there. We like that. Myrtle Tinster says, "Hey, Miss Jen, gatekeepers and the moms." Hey, Myrtle girl. Below Didi says, "Hey, gatekeepers, Miss Jen and moms." Hey, Below Didi, sometimes I have to speak with you with a slight attitude. You be trying to come for my bill, talking about this belly. The bill ain't got no belly. You may as well just let it go, girl. Raven Maniac says, "Hello, fellow gatekeepers, Miss Jen, Ms. B. I'm over here in the gallery, patiently and poignantly pondering the events of the day, sipping on some satisfying cup of BTG tea, waiting for some BTG heat." I think Leslie and them Leslie and them y'all about to get it from Leslie and them if y'all want it or not. And Ted and Shanice too. And now it looks like Jan's mama Ashley's mama done got her a little one too. Did I put the right episode number in this description? Yes, I did. Okay. Yeah, it looks like Ashley mama done got her a little something. Hold on one second. I hear sirens whenever I hit a fire truck. I try to make sure they ain't. Okay, I guess everything all right. Okay, listen. So I guess Ashley mama done got her little love. Go home and get your love on. If I was you, go home and get your love on. I guess she done got her love on too. These old folks about to be cutting up over here. This is what y'all young folk need. You need to know that just cause there's some snow on the roof, is still some fire in the fireplace. Okay, so listen. Let the old folks get to live. Kelly S says, "Hey everyone." Hey Kelly girl. Linda says, "Hey gang, gang, gang." Hey Linda. KB Mom is in the house and says, "Greetings and so what you think, my Mod Squad sisters." Linda Bias Barnett, Below Didi, Destiny H, my cousin Tony Lynn, my sister Officer Belinda Hill, and my boo Elaine T, and my good friend Bailiff Raven Maniac. She also sends a hello to Myrtle and to Kelly S. Raven Maniac sends a load of hellos to everyone, and Linda says, "Go on, Jan. You let Jan get what she getting, okay? Let Jan live." Jan about to come back with a new attitude. She about to come back. New dress, new shoes. Nowhere to go. I got nothing to lose. She got her a new attitude. Ooh, 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 ooh. I got a new attitude. She ain't about to be playing with y'all. Let's see. Latanya St. Clair. Are you new to the comment section, Latanya? Let us know, girl, because we ain't welcome nobody new in here in a minute, girl. We want to give you your official welcome. So if this is your first time commenting, let us know. Yeah, she got a new attitude. She do. She feeling good from her head to her shoes. Know where she going and she know what to do. All of them doing it, okay? This your first time, girl. Welcome on down here to this comment section. Y'all going to give Latanya, that was my best friend's name. Y'all going to give Latanya a official welcome into the gatehood. Girl, you are now a gatekeeper.
Hey, hey,
Gatekeepers! A decree from the Queen!
Enough! Be seated.
Girl, the Queen is a little short too. She's a short, but we welcome you in, girl. Welcome. You are now officially a gatekeeper. That means you like to gossip about these doggone Duprees too, child. So feel free to get down in that comment section and win me over what you feel, okay? All right, y'all, listen, I ain't about to waste up a whole bunch of y'all time. We're going to get right on into what had happened was today. It wasn't like exciting, but it kind of was, but it had its moments. It was ebbs and flows, okay? So let's just get right to it, y'all. Let's unlock these gates and get up in here, bust up in this thing and find out what had happened was today. Gatekeepers, it's time for our daily dose of Beyond the Gates Unlocked. Well, first things first, Dr. Nick O has dropped by her son's house in order to bring some. They kept highlighting these mini quiches. Girl, don't wake me up for no mini quiches. If you ain't got no Chick-fil-A breakfast up in there, I'm talking about that sausage biscuits, sausage and egg cheese biscuit with some of them hash browns, a little bit of that lemonade, and with some jelly. Girl, don't wake me up for nothing else other than that. Some good pancakes or something. Don't wake me up for no. You can put some quiche on the side, but don't wake me up for this kind of stuff. But this bougie food, so we're gonna let these people do what they do. But anyway, she done woke them up. She said that she wanted to have a nice breakfast here over at the Smitty Martin's just because. And I'm like, okay, girl, whatever. So then Ashley is wait a minute. I missed something. I knew I was missing something. Vanessa and Danny are down to the country club trying to have them some breakfast with Danny ain't really hungry. And so she has made her mind her mind is on her mother. I'm sorry. Sometimes I don't understand my own writing. I be writing so fast, child. My pen be flying with heat on it, with just smoke coming out of it. But anyway, she has her mind on her mother and this testing, especially where the kids are concerned. But Vanessa brings the conversation right back to Danny, and she says, I want to know how you're doing. How are you? And I was like, that's what friends are for. Now, Ashley is on the phone with her mother. She done met her man on the cruise. The love boat. Soon we'll be making another run. Y'all know y'all like this song. Love, sing with me. Exciting and new. Come aboard. Y'all know y'all listen to this song. We're expecting you. The love boat. Soon we'll be making another run. And baby, Janice done got on this boat and turned it into the love boat. She has. She done met her man. Mama got a man now. And Mama done got, I can't wait to see who he is. Because we know you ain't just met him, girl. But wait to get your role expanded. Mona, girl, you should be mad. Because you the one should have got a man. You the one should have got a man, Mona, girl. We need them to bring a bird, a dog, something in here for you to get you a partner. Because, girl, Janice back friends with Leslie, so she gonna get them scenes. Now she gonna be in scenes with a man. Probably her and Ashley going back and forth about the man. She don't trust the man. She don't like the man and all of that. Mona, girl, you and Laura better step it up. Y'all better get y'all some more lines around here. I know that Rhonda had wrote down there, girl, how she gonna get a line? No, somebody else has said this about how somebody gonna get some lines. They got to wait for the lines. That's true, but what I'm just saying, they got to get them some lines. They got to get some lines. Listen, we windmill for Shanice, because Shanice's role was not supposed to be what it is now. But baby, Shanice, when Shanice was on screen, Shanice did what needed to be done to make sure that her role got expanded, and we was all sitting over here saying we want some more Nurse Missing, and look where it got her. Lip locking with one of the main characters, Ted. How about that? As the Braxton mama say, how about that? Okay. But anyway, I digress. Her mama done met a man. So when she gets off the phone, she's like, "Ooh, I want to get off the phone because you my superior, and I don't want to be on the phone, and I know you don't want us on the phone." But Shanice was being real easygoing about it. She was like, "Why you being so easygoing? Because just the other day you was down somebody back about being on the thing. You was just down somebody back. You was. So why you being so nice right now? What's up with you?" And I'm like, girl, the gig is up. Now, Leslie and Randy finally meet at the casino. She came to meet Joey, though. And Randy is flirting just a little bit. It seemed to me like Randy was flirting a little bit. Was it just me? But I thought Randy was being a little bit like, "Ooh, how you doing?" I guess Randy like him a little bit, vintage. As the comedian, what's his name? So he's a vintage piece. He's like a nice vintage piece. It was seeming to me, Randy. Randy was like, yeah, girl, you know. But see, Randy, I believe Randy's role was supposed to ran out by now too. And Randy, you done worked that thing. You done did that thing. We said we want to see more of you too, Randy. Look where Randy and Mona, y'all better come on in here. Y'all better come on in. We just need you to get a love interest right quick. Okay, everybody needs a little something to connect them to. But anyway, he was like, what you here for? She said, I came to see Joey. I came to see Joey. And so Leslie makes herself a drink while she waits. She pours herself a scotch while she waiting on Joey to come back in there after Randy done left out of that eyeballing her up and down and up. Child. You don't know if this Leslie T. Leslie like a little bit of everything. It seems to me she ain't really particular. She ain't got no type on thing. Because all these folks look different. Okay. But anyway, she pours herself a drink and then she some scotch, right? So then Joey comes in and he says, that's a pretty hefty drink for this time of day, isn't it? She says 5 o'clock someplace. I was like, okay, then, Miss Stan. Now, Shanice asked Ashley about her mama new cruise boo. Ashley don't know nothing. She said, my mom ain't really talking about it. I'll have to call Mona and get the tea because my mama don't want to tell me nothing. Because, you know, when I'm going to get the tea, don't worry about it, okay? So Shanice says, you never know. She might have made a real connection this time. And Ashley asked her if she believes in love at first sight. She says, I don't know, but I believe in finding it in unexpected places. And she looking over there at Ted, who just walked in smiling. I'm like, girl, why don't you just tell her? Why don't you just tell her without telling her? Because you telling on yourself, sitting over here looking and grinning and skimming and whatnot, girl. Can't keep a secret. My auntie used to say, if you can't keep your own secret, don't be mad at me if I can't. Okay, and look like you ain't doing too good a job of keeping your secret. Girl, I know what it is. I know what it is when you got all that pent up in your spirit. You need to tell somebody, child. I done met somebody. Shantae got a man. Oh, isn't it? No, Shanice. Shanice got a man now, girl. You almost got one. It's getting close, girl. Not yet, but we're trying to get you in there. We're going to see, though, because you might have done pushed him and Nicole back together for a minute. But if that happened, girl, that's on you. Because you the one kept on pushing him over there. You should have left well enough alone trying to do too much. Now, back over here to Smitty Martin's, which, you know, I know they was over here trying to give the history of the boule and all of that stuff and the cotillion. But whatever. Nicole tells them that they have to get on with their lives and it is time for Samantha to be presented to a polite society. And Smitty thinks it sounds a little Downton Abbey-ish, but you better hush, Smitty. Don't do too much. This is one of our traditions amongst the rich of us. So you better hush, Smitty. But so Nicole explains how important it is and sends Tyrell to go get Samantha, who's been sleeping because she just tired. So because they have a lot of work to do, to get ready for the festivities, she needs Samantha to get on down these stairs so they can talk about all that she needs to do to be ready for the cotillion. Now, Ted and Shanice are at the desk chatting. I got this picture all out of sync. Okay, but anyway, they at the desk chit-chatting. You know how they like to do. And baby Ashley was all up in the conversation from over her shoulder. She was ear hustling. I don't blame her because I would have been too. Baby, I'd have been quiet as a church mouse back there, standing back there so I could hear everything. I want to miss nothing. Okay. As Mr. Raven Maniac says, I want to sip all this BTGT. Okay. Poignantly pondering the events of what's going on over here at this desk. Okay. So she listening in. And he asked her, he said, you know, I want to thank you for the advice you gave me about Nicole. She really was in need of some support. And he said, you know, you're a very insightful person. And she says, you know, a person that kind of praise could go to a person's head. And Ashley is back there picking up everything they putting down. He goes to check on a patient. And Shanice is still grinning. And Ashley like, girl, what's going on over here? I'm like, girl, you see it. You already know what's happening. Don't ask no dumb questions. Now, Leslie wanted to know what the favor is. And wait, did I skip something? Hold on. I done went to the wrong page. Hold on. I'm on page 3, but I'm supposed to be on page 2. No wonder these things is out of. Let me make sure I flip my page over, y'all. That was 1. Yes, I done skipped the whole page. No wonder these pages was out of sync. Hold on, child. All right, so Let me go back to these pictures. Okay, Martin want to know what's really up if Nicole didn't come to discuss the cancer word, then what's up? So she wants the family to be engaged, bonding together. She wants them to take time with each other and remember who Anita is and was and how where she came from and how strong she is. And they need to believe in her because Anita is a warrior and cancer needs to see just how tough she is too, right? Now, Danny had done started to cry because Vanessa was checking in on her earlier. And Vanessa is glad that she's at least releasing some of this that she has pent up. So Danny is glad to have her on her side for support. And she says, and Joy is fortunate. You know, I really like that man. Even though I know he ain't no goody low down. Even though I know you didn't be messing with me. He should be fortunate to have you by his side. I was like, see, that's what a friend do. A friend suck it up. When they know you doing what you're going to do, we suck it up and be like, well, go ahead, girl. Go ahead, get that. Now, Leslie hopes that Joey is there for good news and not bad. He's asked her here for good news and not bad. And he said, well, I wouldn't have did that because bad news I would have had delivered by somebody else. He says, I don't like to disturb my why. And Leslie asks, what is why? And he says, a Japanese concept meaning peace, harmony, and balance. And here I thought WA, the abbreviations WA, was for whacking his adversaries. That's what I thought it was for, whacking adversaries. But look at him. He said he don't like to disturb his WA. Okay. But okay, why it is, sir. He tells her that he will partner with her on this clinic. And she's so excited, she jumped up out of her chair and went to like touch Joey to hug him. And he said, don't touch me. And I said, I mean, I know as a gangster, they don't really want you putting your hands on them like that. But I like, don't touch me. Now, you know that I don't really like all that, but I was kind of in my feelings, but you know, I had to let it go. Because I had to understand that what he meant was, as a gangster, don't touch me. Don't be putting your hands on me. And he says, what you better have meant, Joey. Okay. So anyway, he said, back up, get on back now. Don't put your hands on me. So then she was like, oh, okay. Leslie knew. She said, okay. I was like, girl, you better sit back down. Which she did. He then tells her that if he does this, he's going to need a favor. Because you know with Joey, there will always be a favor. Now, that's the part when Nicole came in and was talking about what the cotillion was and the history of it and blah, blah, blah. And then Ted and Shanice was at the desk talking, and that's when Ashley was back there ear hustling, trying to hear everything that was going on because he was over there complimenting her by helping him with Nicole and all of that. And, you know, you're just so special, so wonderful. So, and Ashley was like, I'm like, girl, yeah, you see it. So then Leslie wants to know from Joey, okay, what's the favor? And Joey says, if he's going to pay this kind of money, he's going to need a substantial favor. Now, Leslie seems to think he wants her, not the child. This part here about took me out. Because Leslie started talking about, oh, you was slow. You know how they say you snooze, you lose. She was like, you snooze, you lose. I might have would have been interested in something like that, but I just started something new. I know how you all have your fantasies of having someone and be in business and be at your beck and call, but I got somebody. Shantae got a man at home, so I can't accommodate that. I see how he says, now I see how you move with your Ted D, he said. Now how you know she say Ted D? When was Joey around to hear her say Ted D? I think she did mention him because she says, yeah, she did mention him. She said, that's the way it was with my Ted D. He wanted me for that. He had a woman on his arm, but he wanted me to really be the woman that he desired. And Joy was like, well, that might be what got Ted D, but you don't stand a chance with me. Okay. She said, most men don't stand a chance when it comes to Dana Leslie Thomas. Dana Leslie Thomas, right? That's what she said, right? So Joey said, he don't need a tug and a tickle. You know what? Why y'all in here talking like this in the daytime, in the middle of the day, tugging and tickling? What's we doing? But anyway, he said, I'm not looking for a tug and a tickle. I need I need the clinic dedicated to the late Doug McBride. And she looked gobsmacked. Girl, fix your face, because he done told you what it is. You always know with this kind, it's going to be something you going to have to do. Now, Danny loves the attention that she's gotten from Andre and that she's getting from Bill. She has to admit it. She's like, Andre has been there for me. I'm loving it. But, Bill been, coming in from the rim doing his thing too. And I can't lie like. So Vanessa warns her to not lean into that Bill bull. Girl, don't you lean into that Bill bean bull, Bill bull. And I'm like, girl, don't do too much on Bill. Don't do too much on Bill, Miss Vanessa. Okay, so Vernon arrives at the hospital and he sees Ted. And they start talking in the hallway. And he says, I'm praying that the family is strong enough to come through all of the stuff that we've got to face. Ted used to really Vernon used to really dote on Ted because he felt like Ted was like him, like doting on his wife and loving and this and that. But you know what? Like I keep telling y'all just like you both was hiding an affair. Watch and see what I told you. I'm going to stand on that. Vernon, you did something. You ain't doing nothing, but you did something just like Ted did. Now, Samantha wants to sleep, and Martin remembers how sleeping in was a no-no up in Nicole's house when he was growing up. And Nicole tells Samantha she's ready for her help with the cotillion business, and she perks right up because she was first laying over like, why I gotta come down here for? I'm so tired. And she said, but I feel guilty being excited about this event when Grandma's sick, when Great Grand is sick. And she's like, no, baby, that's not the way this gonna go. We're not gonna be worrying about that over what you need to just, because she wants these kids to keep living and choosing. Tyrell, you work my nerve today. I know they're trying to bring you to the front with some stuff, but child, you need to get a brain of your own. If I only had a brain. But anyhow, Leslie cannot believe what Joey just said about wanting to put this clinic up in somebody else's name other than Dana Leslie Thompson's name. That's what she said. She said Dana Leslie Thompson, right? So she said, how about this? How about, no, she said, she asked him, now this is, now Leslie, girl, you bobo. I really like this hair on her. That curly hair is cute. That curly hair is cute. So anyway, I wrote down, I was like, did she even know Doug? But she was surprised and feels he must really be feeling guilty about what went down with Doug now, Leslie. Now you done overstepped your bounds now, the man said in the 5 Heartbeats. Now you overstepping your bounds. I mean, girl, is you in here trying to imply that Joey had did anything to anybody, girl? Okay, girl, we'll be back to it. Danny knows she got it good with Andre and will not mess that up, but yes, she is. But something tells me we gonna see Bill in a t-shirt and a bed real soon with Danny. I just know we are. Why y'all making the older men wear t-shirts? We know their bodies ain't as even though Bill be working out. Y'all say what you want to say. I know how Bill be working out. Bill be working out. Okay, now Leslie is bold. She broke down Joey's whole plot, plan, and crime when it came down to Doug. Whoop, baby. How he let him pour that. She said, you let him build up that debt with you and racked up a gambling debt. Then he drove himself home into a ravine after he had been drinking up in your casino and got that booze from your bar. And then you started piling around with his wife, his widow, right after he was gone. And she asked him, do you feel the least bit confused? Joey said, no. He chose to drink that stuff on his own. And although I owe you no explanation, it's not guilt. Maybe she asked him, did he feel a little bit of guilt? He said, it is not guilt. It's about honoring her children, Vanessa's children's father's memory and legacy. Leslie says, you really care about her, huh? She's your kryptonite. He says, she knows I'm no Superman. Is it a deal or not? She asked for a compromise. How about we name a room for him? I told you, let's get him a wing, okay? She's like, how about we name a room for him? Give him a room. He doesn't need the whole place named for himself. We can give him a room. Give him a room. She said, if you do that, you'll still win some brownie points, major brownie points, with your Vanessa. So now back at Vernon's and Ted, where they sitting down talking, he said that the chief of staff, her name was Leah, she offered to make calls to move things along with the bracket test results. All right then, chief of staff Leah. Okay, girl, Leah. So Ted knows how proud, Ted said, I know how proud all of you all are. You have a lot of pride. It's not proud, but pride. They have a lot of pride. And so Vernon is glad. He says, I know you all have a lot of pride. You don't really like for people to do things for you. You know, sidebar, people that want to do things for you and don't want you to do things for them is problematic for me. Are you trying to say you better than me? You better than me. No, I mean, but sometimes people can take it that way. No, I'm just teasing. But sometimes people can take it that way when you can do for them, but they can't do anything for you. So even in your friendships, make sure that you're not always telling your friends, no, I got it. I don't need anything. You know, let people be there for you the same as you are for them. So anyway, this is what Ted was saying. It's about time that you cash in for some of the stuff that you all do for people. If she wants to move it along, let the chief of staff move it along. So Vernon is glad to see, he tells him, that you are showing up for Nicole and the kids, even though you guys are not together anymore. And he says, we will always be family. And there will never not be a showing up for them because these are, you know, we're always going to be family, you know. And I was like, oh, okay, that's sweet. I was looking to see was Shanice back there listening, but I guess this wasn't important. She has to know that though. Okay, she ain't like Haley, old big head. So even though Haley don't have a big head, I just said it about it. I'm not saying it to talk about her the way she looks physically because she does not have a big head. But I just like to say that because that's what we said as kids. Oh, big head self. So all right. Now Samantha wants to be sure Anita would not mind her. Hold on, let me find the right picture. Okay, Samantha wants to be sure that Anita will not mind her going ahead with the cotillion plans. And she shares Anita's story of how she married Vernon, that she was already, she was Anita and she was, famous, and how when she married Vernon, that's when she really came into society. Because there's a difference in being rich and known and coming into society. These are two different things. People don't get them twisted. So she was just telling them the story about how when she came into society and she saw how those girls got to experience their being ushered into society, welcomed into society, presented to society, that she wanted the same thing for her girls. And that even though Danny missed it, because now it was funny because they did a voiceover to fix this. So maybe there was a reason why. So here's what happened. She said, when it came time for Danny to be presented, she missed it because she was gone modeling. Chelsea also missed it because she was gone modeling. Now, I did not hear her say that she got presented to society. Maybe she did, but I didn't hear that. And then there was a voiceover where Martin said that and Kat got presented as well. So why that needed to be in there, maybe there was a flub with the name, I don't know, but there was a fix over in that spot. And he says also in Kat, so Kat got presented as well. So Chelsea got presented. Kat got presented. It sounds like maybe Nicole got presented. Danny did not get presented. Chelsea did not get presented. Naomi got presented. Okay. And I'm sure Martin, do they go to Boule when they're young? Is that something they do older for the guys? Because that's what the guys have is Boule. Okay, so maybe I bet you Vernon in them Boulets, though. I bet you. Okay, but anyhow, they put that part in there. So Tyrell, what's the little boy name? Tyrell gonna get up with his little tail protesting about how he don't like it, how these people get to do all this stuff. And you know what? I don't see why you excited about this, because before we came in here living with them, being rich, this ain't what your life would have been. We wouldn't have been accepted into these circles and this, that, and the other thing before we got adopted. So his parents try to stop him, and Nicole said, let him talk. And I said to myself, child, this must be some rich people stuff, because over where I came from, he would have been smacked for sure. You don't get up in there talking like that. You save all that sassing for your dad and them when I'm gone. But sassing your grandmama, no, sir, not going to happen. Okay? So anyway, he said it was pretentious. This cotillion was pretentious. Hey, Jasmine, the cotillion is pretentious. You know the same thing Miss Jessica sat up there and said yesterday. Y'all know that little girl. Get on my nerve. So Martin, like I said, wanted to stop him from talking, but Nicole let him talk. You know, which was nice. Okay, let the child talk. Okay, I get. Now, Ashley is back at their desk, not giving up on getting the tea from Shanice. And I was like, girl, good. We want to know what that happened was. We want to know what story, what version of the story she about to tell. So we would lean in, we would. And Shanice said, while I might know other people's tea, I do not be spilling my own tea, especially not up at the job, girl. But Ashley keeps on asking, what happened? So Shanice admits that, okay. We ended up meeting up for New Year's. And she says, did y'all kiss? And she was like, was it good? And she says, I have no complaints. And then she want to know, will there be another date? Now, girl, you in the business too deep. Now, back up. And she was like, I don't. And she said that, here's what I'm going to say. I don't know. No, she said this. She said she didn't know if it was going to be another date because she done messed around here and encouraged him to make nice with his ex. So, girl, you're right. If you messed this up on your own, girl, this is you and your lines you done blowed on the show, girl. So I hope you ain't did that. Now, Shanice switches back to work and asks her to check the results for some blood work. And so as she's looking, she's like, okay, yeah. Let me get back to work because you're trying to throw me off. And she says, so what are the patients' names? And she's dialing for it. And she said, Dupree, Danielle and Nicole Dupree. And they're testing for the BRCA gene. And she was like, oh, that's why you wouldn't tell me what was up, because you didn't want to break no HIPAA laws. But see, now that it's work related, she can have her check the results to see are they back yet. Very smart. Very well played, Shanice. Shanice ain't breaking. I told y'all, Shanice might gossip, but Shanice is professional. Now, Vernon and Danny have met up at the country club, and she tells him that Vanessa admonished her for her leaning into Bill, but he knows that, but I know I shouldn't have did it. And so he told her, he said, I know you feel comfortable with Bill like a pair of well-worn shoes, but Andre is new Louis Vuittons, not Louis Vuittons. What did he say? Those were some other shoes. Them Christian Louboutins. He's like, but look at him as some Christian Louboutins that, brand new. They may hurt your toe a little bit, but you're going to get used to them, but if you want, the more you wear them, the more comfortable they get. Lies you tell. Because I heard them shoes are not comfortable. Them red bottom shoes, that's what I heard allegedly. And in my opinion, that's what I heard. So anyway, he was like, but you keep slipping your feet into the shoes that are Andre and put some wear into those shoes and stop putting your feet back in them comfortable house shoes that is Bill. I don't know how like y'all calling Bill no house shoes. Hold on, we got to celebrate something right quick. I have to do it real quick while it's going on. We got 50 people watching, and so we have to do our celebratory yay.
Check it. Check it. Check it out. Check it out.
Yay for 50 people in the live chat. Okay, back to this. So anyway, Vernon told her to stop being over there putting on them house shoes called Bill and get back over there and get used to Andre. Good advice, but I don't know that she's gonna really take it. Okay. Now Malone and Leslie done met up over there. Let me see if this part is. I hope I'm not missing anything. Hold on. Okay, Malone and Leslie have met up over to Uptown, and so I'm like, oh, okay. And she tells him that she's been in business with Joey now, and I'm in business with Joey, and he warns her to be careful because he's not someone to cross. And she says, neither am I. And baby, I'll tell you something. If ever there could be somebody could be a female gangster on this show, it's Leslie. We ain't gonna act like it ain't what it is, baby. She look cute here. Y'all know she looking cute right here. She is. Girl, what kind of body butter you using? I want to get some too. Because her skin is glowing. All right, now Joey is busy looking at the investor's perspective, investor prospectus for the Leslie Thomas Outreach Project. Now, here's what I want to know. Why is the place called the Leslie Thomas Outreach Project when her name is Dana? Shouldn't it be the Dana Thomas Outreach Project? I know that's her middle name, but why is not the Dana Thomas Outreach Project? I'm just wondering, is there a reason why we need to pay attention? I don't know. But that's what it was going to be called, the Leslie Thomas Outreach Project. Okay, then. So he says, he's looking at it, he says, first things first, we got to change this name. And I'm like, oh, so you thought you had an agreement with Joey, but turns out, girl, that you do not. Turns out that you do not. You thought y'all had toasted till you was gonna give Doug a wing in the place. Girl, turns out it looked like Doug ain't gonna be out front in lights, girl. I know it's because she wants her names in lights, but what I'm saying is her name is Dana Thomas. Dana Leslie Thomas is her name. Leslie is her middle name. So I'm wondering why is she using her middle name for this project as opposed to her first name, which is Dana. Interesting. Okay, but anyway. He said the first things first, they're gonna be changing, taking that name up off this thing because she ain't about to have it up there. It's gonna say the Doug. That's what it's gonna say. It's gonna say I'm sorry, I'm the one took your husband out, girl. I hope you never find out clinic. That's what it's gonna be called. So while he's looking at that, Vanessa came in and surprised him, and she was like, "Surprise! Oh my goodness!" You know how she loves her some Joey. She loves Joey. They do love each other. They are very much Bonnie and Clyde. We're not gonna say they're not when they are. We're not, because they are. They're very Bonnie and Clyde. They are. All right, now Samantha is tired of Tyrell speaking for her. She says, I don't have to keep up with that past that you want to keep up with, that same trauma that you want to keep up. If you want that to be your story, then let that be your story and lean into it. But I'm going to lean into the blessings that we got being adopted by these very rich people. And girl, I heard that. She's like, we ain't about to sit up here and just tell this swan song, baby. I'm leaning in. I'm rich. I'm a Dupree. Thank you. Okay. So she's like, I'm very Dupree. Okay. Dominique Devereaux, call my name. Okay. So so Tyrell went on and on. This is elitist, and I don't understand why we need to have all this and that. Sidebar. This is one thing this present generation gets on my nerve with. They got a problem with everything. Y'all got a problem with words. Y'all want to change words to mean stuff that it don't mean. You want to rewrite stuff. You want to, even if it's against stuff that's for your for your, I'm just saying. You're not welcome into regular society doors. And so we had to create something for us to be accepted into our own society of things. And if that's what it is, that's what it is, young man. If you don't like it, don't go to the cotillion, but you can be quiet. I was going to say shut up, but you can be quiet. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, and you saying all of this because that old big head girl said all this stuff yesterday. But so I was glad when your sister bust you out and said that's the whole reason why you sitting there running your mouth is because you spatting the stuff that little girl said to you. And if she was invited to it, I don't understand what her problem is. She ain't got the money for the dress. Is that what it is? You can't afford the classes, girl. What is it? Say that, but don't be in here trying to talk about everybody else having a good time because you ain't got the money for it. Everybody can't go. Lord knows I couldn't go. My mama would have been like, girl, you ain't going there. You can't afford all that. You better go sit down somewhere. We ain't about to be spending all that money on no gown, no classes, no dance stuff. You better get somewhere and sit down and cotillion up in here. So, but leave other people, let them have a good time, okay? But I was glad that she did go and tell it, though, because, I was sick of the little girl myself. But Tyrell is so attached to this little new girl, all he can do is spout her thoughts. Mm-mm. See, it's this and it's that. And then so Dr. Nicole was trying to do the doctor type thing in her approach to it and talking to him about all that it does and it provides and it does for people, which is true. Rich people will give back and help those, who are less fortunate. Now, you may not be allowed up in the exact same circle, the exact same way, but they will let you in there in their own way. And I'm good with a scholarship, a little donation. Go ahead. Scholarship means cash me out. So anyway, he said, and she said, but do you want me to talk to her? I was like, please talk to her. And he said, I don't know if it'll change her mind. Watch and see, you're going to find out she's going to be like, we ain't really got the money for all that or something. It's going to be something because I don't think she rich. I think she wanted a regular kid. I'm just saying, you know what I mean when I'm saying regular. I don't think she like the Duprees peoples. I don't think they at the country club. But it's probably going to turn out, I really don't have the money for the dress and I can't, and my parents, and then Dr. Cole going to say, you know what, I got you, girl. Then all of a sudden she going to be pro-cotillion. Going to be up in there dancing harder than anybody up in that thing. Because that's the way people do, right? Now, as soon as Verna had got up out of there, she gets a text, and the text from Bill, and it said, just checking on you, you good? And I was reading all the rest of the text. Hey, how the girls doing? I want to give it to whoever gave attention to details, because y'all could have had anything up here above, because we about to read it. So let me read it. It says, hey, how the girls doing? Are the girls doing okay? And she says, as well as they can be right now. And he says, yeah, I figured going to see them later. And she says, good. I know they would appreciate that. So he says, just checking in. Are you good? This is a different day. This is a new day. He like, just checking in. Are you good? Now, your daddy just told you to stay off this phone with Bill and stuff. You're going to have to come over here and put Danny on punishment and take her phone burner because she ain't listening. She like her some Bill because she ain't blind. I mean, that's a grown man. I mean, Andre, Andre ain't no grown man. I'm sorry. Not grown. He ain't grown like this. Okay. Anyhow, Joey tells Vanessa that he has he's decided to fund the new center. And she's so excited because it's going to help so many people. He hasn't even told her yet that he's going to put Doug's name on it. Ain't it nice? Now, Marcel tells Leslie, he said, saying that you're dangerous sounds like a confession to me. And she says, no, it doesn't imply that. I haven't done anything wrong. I have a squeaky clean record. And Malone said, being linked to a known shady individual such as Joey, be sure that money is coming from one of his legitimate businesses and you not being soiled by association. The test is her not, wait a minute. She said, hold on, let me make sure what I wrote. She said she don't mind getting a little dirty with the right person. And then they're going to sit up in there and kiss right in the middle of the whole situation, child. And while they was in there locking lips and sipping on champagne, Randy walked up in there. He was like, what in the hoobity-da, do? He was like, ooh, what do we have here? And I was like, they in there kissing. You see? And you knew we going back to jail. Now, at the hospital, child, back at the hospital, at least Ted got all that neck meat covered up and they got that chain showing today, even though he do got one on his wrist. Ted and Shanice done met up at the elevator, right? And so Ted says to her, are you on the way down? And she was like, yeah, but I'm gonna take the stairs because like I told you when we got stuck in the elevator, I'm taking the stairs from here on out. He goes, but what if there's an emergency? I'm gonna tell y'all something. I like this kind of going on. I do. Don't be talking to me like this. All this grown conversation. We really talking about something else. You better watch yourself, Ted. Watch yourself. Show me what you're working. And we listen. So Ted in there, he was like, so what if there's an emergency? You're just gonna take the stairs? And she was like, well, you might have a point. And then he says, come on, take a chance. And she says, well, maybe you're right. And then they stepped into the elevator. Baby, as the elevator doors was closing, they was facing each other. And I was like, who they about to kiss? put their lips on each other. This about to be their new place to meet. They about to start meeting in all sorts of places, staircases, elevators, closets, his office behind it. Listen, I hope y'all smart enough to stand behind the door if you in his office. See, don't be in there when somebody throw the door open and they looking right over there and see y'all. You want to be behind the door. Give you time to know that the door is open and y'all can jump and be like, so right here on the floor where I was saying where the thing was at when the thing was in here. You got to do that, girl. But oh yeah, but I don't know. Listen, I like them together. I do. I think I do. I want to see him hurt her now. I don't. Just so y'all know, there was some things mentioned today that will be in that trivia the next time we have it. I can't tell you what, child. I can't tell you what. But listen, how y'all like today's episode? And then, Leslie being all bold, telling Joy that she done figured out what he done did. I told y'all when she was looking at Joy there down to that thing, she was like, at the New Year's Eve party, she was like, that wasn't desire. That was like, okay. I see you, Joey and Vanessa. And she done went and figured out the whole thing, the whole shebang, child. She done went and figured out the whole biggity bang. She has. All right, y'all. Well, y'all know tomorrow they doing 1 2 1 2 whatever that is. Wait. They don't get the results of the now Vernon and when it got the thing sped up. And once the chief of the hospital go down there and say, speed it up, that means that whatever you was doing, put that after you finish that one in your hand, this one next, okay? That's what that means, this one next. Hi, Miss Jen. I know you used to like some of that old hippity hop type of music too. The only old hip hop I like was a hip hop, a hippie to the hippity hip hip, a hopper you don't stop, the rocker to the bang bang boogie, say up jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat. Now what you hear is not a test. I'm a rapping to the beat. Yeah, and double dutch bus. See, after that, not really. Even though I was really young in the 70s, right? And this was more my brother and sister's music. I know all the 70s music, all that. Brothers Johnson and Confunction and all of that. Rick James and them and all that. All of them. Okay, Earth, Wind and Fire. I know all that music. But 80s, I know some of that too. But mostly what I know from the 80s has to do with what was going on with me in school, because I was in cosmetology and we were in that class for 4 periods. So it was a very long time we were in there. And my teacher used to play the station that plays stuff like Gloria, I think they got your number, I think they got your alias. So I knew all those songs because she played where they had like a mixture of, so if you weren't like kind of that crossover music, I don't know a whole lot of that, but Phyllis Hyman, what is her name? Somebody walked into my life and he's right on. Angela Bofield. Okay, so like Angela Bofield, and Evelyn Champagne King was 70s and all that stuff. But yeah, I know the older music. I don't know none of this modern stuff. Y'all can have that. No, thank you. Stuff I catch that I hear. But other than that, give me some old school music. Next time I have a party, we're gonna have an old school music, what do you call it? Like a battle, old school music battle. I wanted to do a slow jam battle. Who know, like when we, you pick your song, you play it, and we just sitting around singing, because how when we hear our song, we hollering. So I want us to do that, right? All right, listen. Again, I want to tell you guys here at the end, thank you so much for coming to hang out with me every day live. And I look forward to hanging out with you guys all the time. I will see you guys tomorrow for another recap. The Ohio players. Oh yeah, what that did they do the sweet sticky thing? Da 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 da. Remember that piece of gossip that went around, that rumor that went around that lady had passed away because they dipped her body in that honey and her and she could. That's true though. If you skin tight, Dun, 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 dun. Skin tight. Yes. Okay, listen. They dipped her in that honey, but you know, if you cover your skin with anything where it can't breathe, you can literally suffocate. So that may have happened, but I wonder if that's true or if that's like what do they call that? Lure. I wonder if that's a folk. Is it? What is it called? It's not folklore. It's another. What is that? What is the phrase when something is something that has been around for a long time, but it's not really true? Is it true or is that? What is that? What is that saying that they have for that? I'm gonna wait for y'all to put it down here. I know one of y'all know what I'm talking about. Not folklore. That's something else. But just Stevie. Oh yeah, Stevie Wonder. Yeah. Oh, so long for this night I pray. Oh yeah, I wanna be free. Yes, girl. I didn't. You know what? I want to be urban legend. Thank you. Is it urban legend? So I wonder if that's urban legend that woman really passed away from being dipped in that honey or not. Because if you plug up your skin, which is your biggest organ, and it can't breathe, you can pass away from that. Okay, Ohio players, but since I have such a visual person, yeah, that honey album cover, that was scandalous for that time. Yeah, Old Wives' Tale, that's a good one too. That how long that gold finger chick, right? That's what I'm saying. So is that urban legend or is that true? Let me see. Let me look over here because I can look in the comment. I can't read it over there. Wait, new comments. Let's go to the bottom. That's how Goldfinger chick legend. Okay, they were all bald. All the Ohio players, they were all bald. Baby, them Isley brothers. Ooh, them Isley brothers. Every day I try and holding you close to me. Oh, every day I am. Woo! Doom, 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 doom. Hey. Ooh, baby, them Isley brothers could give it to you, couldn't they? Woo, them Isley brothers could give it to you. I don't care what they was talking about. All right, y'all. Let me get ready to get out of here because we've been here talking about music all night long. All right, you guys. Before we get out of here, let's take a moment and let me say thank you to the gang.
Katie Mommy, Bilo Dee, Destiny H, Cousin Linda, Elaine T, Belinda Hill, and the Raven Maniac. Thank you.
Thank all of you. Thank all of you. Those who tune in, those who listen later. Thank you, guys. Thank you. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. And hey, I hope that you've had yourself an amazing day. And if not, remember that there's still some time left. Why not see what you can do to turn it into one anyway? And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Okay, that's it for today. They're closing the gate, so I've got to close this door until tomorrow. See you then. Bye-bye.